Hello Roguemates, Cerebro here from Roguelites.com. Now a lot has happened the past couple of weeks, and that's why I'm here to give you all the roguelite news that I feel is of the utmost importance. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. But before we proceed, we'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet, as well as be our Patreon patron and get unique benefits, including special privileges on our Discord server and have your name listed at the end of our videos and possibly on our Roguelites.com Hall of Fame page, which can be found on our website. Thank you so much for your continued support, and let's begin the video. The first news is, no shocker, the big one heard all around the gaming world. Of course, I'm talking about the whole Unity runtime fee debacle, where Unity announced changes to their pricing and packaging which would have taken effect on January 1st of the next year. Now, I wouldn't go into detail as you probably heard by now, but the good news is that a few days ago, Unity President Mark Whitten, in an open letter to the community, announced a massive revision to the Unity runtime fee policy by, well, removing the Unity runtime fee, at least to those who are using the Unity personal plan. All in all, this was a much better policy, but most game devs are still skeptical and on edge, if not starting to set shop on another game engine. And honestly, who could blame them? It would take baby steps in the right direction in order for Unity to gain the devs' trust again, and I hope they're prepared for that. Up next is one of the more beautiful looking deck builder roguelites in the market, Beneath Oresa. Publisher Goblin's Publishing and developer Broken Spear have recently announced that they are ready to take the game out of early access. That's right, Beneath Oresa is set to be fully released soon. So soon in fact, that they plan on doing so this September 27, which includes a lot of new content. They've also announced a 30% discount during launch week, so if you want to scratch that deck builder roguelite itch, then look no further than the soon to be fully released Beneath Oresa. The global release of the 80s cartoon-based first-person action roguelite MythForce on Steam and all current-gen platforms occurred last September 13th, and unfortunately, the reviews weren't so great, citing the game's clunkiness as well as a lot of bugs. As expected, Beamdog released numerous hotfixes to resolve these issues, so little by little, the game's issues started to get fixed. But hopefully in the future, they would also focus not only on fixing issues but improving mechanics as well. Studio HG just celebrated the second anniversary of their isometric chibi sci-fi roguelite Metallic Child, and to commemorate this occasion, the studio is offering a whopping 40% discount on the game. So if you like robots and or chibi characters, then today's your lucky day. Another game set to be fully released soon is the simulation/survival action roguelite Voltaire the Vegan Vampire. In an announcement made by developer Digitally Games, the team is set to release a massive patch that would bring out the full release of the game this coming October. Do keep in mind though that with the full release comes price changes, so get the game now while the price is still reduced. A new DLC was released for the deck builder roguelite creeping deck Pharaoh's Curse. But before you bring out your torches and pitchforks, this DLC is completely optional and doesn't affect the game in any shape or form. In a dev blog post by Tavrox, CEO of Blanket Games, the DLC is simply a support pack which is aimed at people who simply would want to support the game. The DLC contains a dev book containing the game's backstage story, the game's original soundtrack composed by Tilia Weavers, and a folder containing all sketches with art from pre-production to production. Like we've said, this DLC wouldn't affect the game at all, but if you like Creeping Deck and have a couple of bucks lying around, why not give the team some love and buy the DLC? A huge update has recently been released for the gladiator-themed action roguelite We Who Are About to Die. The biggest update is that the game has now proper third-person mode, which gives players a lot more accuracy when attempting to maim enemies. The original view, now renamed as Classic Controls, will still be in the game, but given how bad it was and how intuitive this new third-person mode is, I don't think anyone will miss that control scheme. Also, the game now has controller support, which, for me, being a pad player, is just as good of an announcement as the new third-person mode. So a lot of interesting positive changes are happening to we who are about to die, so do check the game out. Don't look now, but the space-themed Bullet Heaven Roguelite Star Survivor is coming to mobile devices. In a short blog post by publisher Arabbit Studios, they announced that they intend the game to be ported to Apple and Android devices in about 3 months, which is around December this year. They reassured players though that this will not affect the PC's versions, updates, and polishing as a different team is being used for the porting process, so once again, put your torches and pitchforks down. A lot is going on with the isometric tactics roguelite Warriors of the Nile 2. Since fully launching on Steam last month, developer Stove Studio is hard at work, and the result was a console release a month after. In a blog post dated September 21st, the dev team announced that they had released the game on the Nintendo Switch, and to commemorate said release, they are offering a 20% discount on the game until October 5th. Our last update is one we have written on our website, and it comes from the quirky puzzle roguelite Let's Revolution. Developers Buck and Antfood have recently announced that their game has been nominated for the Game of the Year award at the SXSW Sydney Games Festival, which is happening from October 18th to the 22nd. We at Roguelites.com would like to congratulate Buck and Antfood, as well as publisher Hawthorne Games for the nomination, and we hope that the game takes it all the way and wins the award. Thanks for watching this video, and shout out to our wonderful patrons. Your support means the world to us. If you'd like to support our channel and website, check out our Patreon channel. Your support will be rewarded by having your name added to the Patreon list at the end of our videos and possibly on the Roguelites.com Hall of Fame as well. All notable links are on the description below. You can also like, subscribe, and share this video as other means of support, as well as hitting that notification bell button so you wouldn't miss any of our future videos. We sincerely appreciate all kinds of support, and we will do our best to make it worth your while. This is Cerebro from Roguelites.com, and I'll see you on the next one.